Hey everybody, Al2 here, 316RC, back again today with another video, and this is concerning my problem I'm having with my FG Marder clutch. If you saw my video shorts from about a week ago, when I originally, last summer, started this up for the first time and was breaking the engine in, the clutch was sticking and engaging the bell during idle. So the thing's been sitting all winter. Long story short, tore it apart about a week ago. Yes, the shoes weren't going all the way back. They're about 1/8 of an inch from closing back together all the way, and that was causing it to engage the bell. Tore it all apart. Of course, shoes popped right back together. Figured it was something binding on the bolts or something, so I just kind of redid everything. Everything was spinning free, started it up, I ran it up the road one time, right back down, stuck clutch again. So let's tear this thing apart and let's see if we can figure out what the heck's going on. Take a look. Here's the clutch setup. Got my spur, pinion, and here's the clutch bell. Now this is a 29, this is a Zenoa 29 modified OBR to 30.5, but this has a special clutch housing just for FG, and you can't really see it, but back here where the brake assembly, there's a little notch just cut out of the clutch housing. But anyway, what I put on here, and this may be the issue, I put this RC Max cooling, clutch shoe mounting cooling plate on, in lieu of the stock Zenoa mount. So I don't know if the shoes are binding on this after they spread out and they're catching and not coming all the way back. I'm not 100% sure, but this might be the cause. Now, Taylor RC says that the only issue on OBR engines you need to watch out for is something to do with the sealed Turtle Racing clutch housing. Now, this isn't Turtle Racing, but it is sealed. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave me a note in the comments below if you've ever encountered anything like that. But this is the first time I've used this. I don't know what else it could be. The bolts aren't binding. I checked that when I tore it apart. Now here's the pain. In order to tear this apart, because this pipe, this aftermarket DDM Dominator pipe, mounts through one of the mounting bolts for the clutch bell carrier here, this aluminum clutch bell carrier piece. So in order to get this clutch off, I got to tear this pipe completely off. So what a pain. For this clutch problem that I shouldn't even be having, but I don't know what else here. This is the second time now within 2-week period I'm going to tear all this apart. So nothing I can do about it. I got to find out what's wrong. So let's get this thing tore apart and then see if we see anything. All right, as you can see, there's a lot of work getting into this. You know, wasn't real happy about having to do this again. I just did this. So here, we're gonna pull it off. The bells. You can see the bell is stuck. I can't even get the bell. The bell is stuck on the shoes still. A bunch of shims I had to put on there. At least last time I got the thing right off. And there it is. You can see. We can zoom in here and see. Look at the gap right here. Look, I can stick my screwdriver right through there. Those shoes should be closed. Let's try to see what's going on there. Right here. My suspicions are true. It looks like the shoe is hitting the... Let's see if I can get a different angle for you guys. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that shoe right here, look at it. The shoe is hitting that Taylor RC clutch plate right there. So when the shoes were pushing out past this piece, which, trying to look, which appears to be, you know, right here. Which appears to be right here where my thumb is. When the shoes would push out past here, coming back, it was catching. It's catching on that lip of this clutch plate. Also, I think I'm going to tear that off. It must be thicker than this. I still don't understand why that's hitting, but I don't know if extra shim washer would do it, but there it is. You can see why. As soon as I loosen up these clutch bolts, I almost guarantee you that's going to pop back. So let's go ahead and do that. As soon as I loosened it up, the clutch snapped right back into place. So I just don't understand. I can see, if you zoom in, I can see the scrape marks right here. Right there, right there, right there, right there. These clutches, just two. There's the spacer washer behind it. So I had the spacer washers on. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Taylor off. I'm going to put the stock back on and these clutch shoes back on, and that's what we're going to go with. Now I'm going to have to get my Bartolone, and I'm going to rip the other side of the engine off, use my Bartolone tool so I can get this off. Alright everybody, I'm back. I got everything put back together. I went ahead and put this clutch back together with the standard Zenoa clutch mount. Took the RC Max out. I'll show you something about that in a little bit here. As you can see now, it's nice and free. So, I mean, that's it. Let me show you here what I found out about the Taylor. After getting this Taylor RC cooling clutch plate off, I found, well, you can see those marks on it where the shoes were hitting. This is a standard Zenoa clutch right here, and you can see if I push that all the way up against it, see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Now here it is with the shoes, they're touching, and here's the normally the spacing washer that you would use, and you can see it just drops right through. That there is not, there's too much gap. Like, it almost seems like this mounting spot right here should be a little deeper or thicker than what it is, because if I take two of these washers, now these are two of the spacer washers, put them back to back, and they fit in there, but still that would be too tight, as you can see. You tighten that down, these clutch shoes are hitting, they're hitting this. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'm missing something here, I have no idea. It seems pretty simple, but if you know what's up with this, or if you use this, you know, drop me a comment below. I did send a message out to Mike Taylor, waiting to hear back from him, because as far as I'm concerned, you're supposed to be able to just use this with standard, you know, 54 millimeter clutches, such as a Zenoa, you know, or this aftermarket from DDM that I had on, and the only difference is this uses CY hardware since it has the larger bolt holes, but you know, there's no difference in those clutches. So it doesn't say anything about using a special thicker spacer washer, but that seems to me that's what needs to be done if you want to use this. I just don't get it. So if you know anything about it, drop me a line below in the comments, and if I hear anything from Mike, I'll be sure to let everyone know. But you know, that's it. Everything's back together. I'm ready to get this thing finally finished breaking in and run it, so I got to get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Al2 316. See everybody on the next video. So long.